We all grow old, if we're lucky. But what happens when the people we love begin to see us as a burden? In this hauntingly simple Grimm Brothers tale, an aging man is cast aside by his own family until a child holds up a mirror they can't ignore. This isn't just a fairy tale. It's a story about dignity, empathy, and the legacy we leave in the hearts of the next generation. Once upon a time, in a quiet countryside cottage, there lived a family of four: a hard-working man, his wife, their bright little boy, and the man's aging father. The old grandfather had once been strong, wise, and full of stories, but age had crept in like winter. His eyes were clouded, his hands trembled, and his knees wobbled like thin branches in the wind. At mealtime he sat at the family table, but it had become difficult. He often spilled soup on the tablecloth, dribbled from his lips, and dropped his spoon. His son grew embarrassed. His daughter-in-law rolled her eyes. One day, with a sigh, they quietly moved the old man to a stool behind the stove. They handed him a chipped clay bowl and let him eat alone in the corner, away from their sight and their shame. The portions were smaller, the love non-existent. The grandfather said nothing, but sometimes if you looked closely, you'd see his eyes shining, not from joy, but from sorrow. Then one day, the bowl slipped from his frail fingers and shattered on the ground. The woman snapped at him for being clumsy. The old man said nothing. He only bowed his head and quietly wept. So they replaced the bowl with a crude wooden one, cheap, unbreakable, and humiliating. Days passed. Then one afternoon, as the parents prepared dinner, they noticed their little boy on the floor with scraps of wood and string. He was building something with great care. "What are you making, sweetheart?" the father asked. The boy looked up, smiling proudly. "A little trough," he said, "for you and Mama to eat from when I'm big." Silence. The parents froze. Their eyes met. And in that instant, they saw themselves not in the mirror, but in their son's future. Their cruelty had become his lesson. Without another word, the man lifted his frail father from behind the stove and brought him back to the table. From that day on, the old man ate with them again, spills and all. And if his hands shook or his mouth missed, no one said a thing. Because love should never be disposable, and dignity is something we all hope to grow old with. The Old Man and His Grandson is a timeless Grimm Brothers tale that reminds us of the importance of empathy, dignity, and the lasting impact of our actions. When a child mirrors his parents' mistreatment of an aging grandparent, the family is forced to confront the harsh reality of their behavior. Across cultures, similar tales echo this lesson, whether it's saving half a blanket, sparing a basket meant for drowning, or planning to abandon the elderly. Each version reflects a deep moral truth. How we treat the vulnerable today teaches future generations how to treat us tomorrow. If you enjoyed this emotional Grimm Brothers' fairy tale, please consider subscribing to our channel. We have many more stories to share. Some strange, some insightful, some adventurous, and some that just might bring tears to your eyes.